Hello dear students, welcome back to maths class. Today we are going to start chapter 5, lines and angles. You all are aware about line, ray, line segment and angles. In this chapter we will learn more about angles. We will learn about complementary angles, supplementary angles, adjacent angles, linear pair and vertically opposite angles. We will also learn about intersecting lines, parallel lines and angles made by a transversal. So let's start the chapter. Lines and angles. We have already learned about line segment and angles in previous class. Let's revise it. What is line? A line is a set of points that has only one dimension. 2 points are needed to define a line. As you all know, line cannot be measured. It can be extended in both the directions. A line has no endpoints, and points on the same line are called collinear points. Here, A and B are collinear points. Then what is line segment? As we all know, line segment is a part of a line which has two distinct endpoints. It has two endpoints, so it can be measured. We can also say that it is a link between 2 points. Here we have example of line segment A and B. The next point to remember is angle. What is an angle? Two rays joined with a common endpoint form an angle. The common endpoint is called vertex. Here we have 4 angles. Angle POS, angle SOQ, angle QOR and angle ROP. And O is the vertex. Now let's learn something new. Complementary angles. When the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, the angles are called complementary angles. Here we have two angles. Angle 1 is of 30 degree and angle 2 is of 60 degree. What will be the sum of 30 degree and 60 degree? 30 plus 60, 90 degree. So when the sum of measures of two angles is 90 degree, then the angles are called complementary angles. So these angles are complementary angles. After learning about complementary angles, let's learn about supplementary angles. When the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degree, then the angles are called supplementary angles. Here two angles are given, 120 degree and 60 degree. Angles of 120 degree and angle of 60 degree. What will be the sum of 120 degree plus 60 degree? 180 degree. So these angles are called supplementary angles. Remember, the sum of complementary angle is 90 degree and the sum of supplementary angle is 180 degree. Now next point is adjacent angles. Adjacent angles have a common vertex and a common arm, but no common interior point. Remember, adjacent angles have a common vertex and a common arm, but no common interior point. When you open a book, it looks like this. Here we find a pair of angles placed next to each other. And look at the steering wheel of a car. At the center of the wheel you find 3 angles being formed, lying next to each other. These are adjacent angles. After learning about adjacent angles, let's learn about linear pair. A linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. Here look, we have two examples, a vegetable chopping board and a pen stand. The chopping blade makes a linear pair of angles with the board, and a pen stand. The pen makes a linear pair of angles with the stand, where one arm is common and non-common sides are opposite rays. Next point to remember is vertically opposite angles. When two lines intersect, when two lines cross each other, the vertically opposite angles are formed. Here you can see pair of vertically opposite angle. This is one pair and another pair is this one. These are the pairs of vertically opposite angles. After learning about line, line segment, angles, adjacent angles, linear pair, complementary angles, supplementary angles and vertically opposite angles, let's solve exercise 5.1. Exercise 5.1, question 1. Find the complement of each of the following angles. You have learnt about the definition of complementary angles. The sum of two angles is 90 degree. Here one angle is given 20 degree. What will be the measurement of another angle? Let us find out. Complement of 20 degree will be 90 degree minus 20 degree. It is 70 degrees. So 20 degree and 70 degree are complementary angles. In this way you can find out the complementary angle, complement for the given angle. Question 2 is find the supplement of each of the following. Same as this one, we will follow the same method. Only the change is here we are subtracting angles from 90 degree. What is the sum of supplementary angles? 180 degree. So what we will write here? Supplement of 105 degree equals to 180 degree minus 105 degree. That will be 75 degree. So 75 degree and 105 degree are supplementary angles. These two are supplementary angles. In this way you can find out supplement of the given angle. Question 3. Identify which of the following pairs of angles are complementary and which are supplementary. To find it out, just add the measurement of both the angles. Add 65 into 115. What will be the answer? Answer will be 180. So these are supplementary angles. If you get 90 degree as the sum of the measurement of two angles, then these angles will be complementary angles. In this way you can find out which are the complementary angles and which are the supplementary angles. Question 4. Find the angle which is equal to its complement. As we all know, the sum of complementary angle is 90 degree. Here we don't know the measurement of any of the complementary angle, so we will guess. We will use our knowledge of equation. Let's form an equation and then we will find out the measurement of the angles. Solution is, let one of the complementary angles be x. We are guessing x. Here both the complementary angles are equal. So what will be the equation? X plus x equals to 90 degree. X plus x is 2x equals to 90 degree. Now we will separate variable. We will shift 2 from left hand side to right hand side. X equals to 90 degree divided by 2. Divide 90 by 2. 45 2s are 90. So x equals to 45 degree. The angle which is equal to its complement is 45 degree. So here you can write the angle which is equal to its complement is 45 degree. In question 5, you have to find out the angle which is equal to its supplement. Follow the same method. The only change will be here, instead of 90 degree, what will be the sum? The sum will be 180 degree. Change this, instead of 90 degree, write 180 degree in question 5, because you have to find out the supplementary angles, equal supplementary angles, and then follow the same method. Question number 6. In the given figure, angle 1 and angle B are supplementary angles. If angle 1 is decreased, what changes should take place in angle 2 so that both the angles still remain supplementary? If we decrease the measurement of angle 1, what will be the change? Angle 2 will increase with the same measure as the decrease in angle 1. So you can write an answer that if angle 1 is decreased, angle 2 will increase with the same measure as the decrease in angle 1. Question 7. Can two angles be supplementary if both of them are acute? Take two examples of acute angle, 30 and 50, 30 degree and 50 degree. What will be the sum? 30 plus 50, that will be 80 degree. Are they supplementary angles? No. Then, can two angles be supplementary if both of them are obtuse? 100 degree plus 100 degree. What will be the sum? 200 degree. No, they are not supplementary angles. The sum of supplementary angles is 180. Here the sum is 200. So they are not supplementary angles. And third one. Can two angles be supplementary if both of them are right angle? 90. Right angle means 90 degree. 90 degree plus 90 degree equals to 180 degree. Yes, they can be supplementary angles. Next question. Question 8. An angle is greater than 45 degree. Let's take 50 degree. 50 degree is greater than 45 degree. Is its complementary angle greater than 45 degree or equals to 45 degree or less than 45 degree? What will be the complement of 50 degree? 30 degree. Is 30 degree greater than 45 degree? No. Equals to 45 degree? No. Less than 45 degree? Yes. So it will be less than 45 degree. In question 9, we have to find out the answers of the following question. Is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Here we have angle 1. Is angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2? Yes, because it has one common arm. So angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2. Question 2 is angle AOC adjacent to angle AOE? Angle AOC adjacent to angle AOE? No, because these angles have no common arm. Only common vertex is there, O. Question 3. Do angle COE and angle EOD form a linear pair? Angle COE and angle EOD. Yes, they form a linear pair. Next question. Are angle BOD and angle DOA supplementary? Angle BOD. Whenever you have to find out the answer, observe the figure properly, and if you wish जो भी एंगल दिया हुआ है वो ड्रॉ करो उसके ऊपर, सो इट विल बी ईजियर टू यू टू फाइंड आउट द आंसर. एंड एंगल DOA. Angle BOD and angle DOA are supplementary angle. Yes, they are supplementary angle because they are linear pair. Is angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4? Angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4? Yes, it's a vertically opposite angle of angle 4. And last question, what is the vertically opposite angle of angle 5? Remember, vertically opposite angles have same measurement. Look, here we have angle 5. So what will be the vertically opposite angle of angle 5? Angle COB. That means angle 2 plus 3 will be the vertically opposite angle of angle 5. Next question, question 10. Indicate which pairs of angles are vertically opposite angle. सामने सामने वाले angles. Angle 1 and angle 4. And another pair is angle 5 and angle 2 plus 3 together. We have two pairs of vertically opposite angle. Pair 1 is of angle 1 and angle 4, and pair 2 is of angle 5 and angle 2 plus 3. Next we have to find out linear pairs. Here we have one linear pair. Which two angles are there in this linear pair? Angle 1 and angle 5. The another linear pair is this one. angle 4 and angle 5. We have two linear pairs. Question 11. In the following figure, is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Give reason. No, angle 1 and angle 2 are not adjacent angles because their vertex is not common. They have common arm. This one is the common arm, but they have different vertex. So, they are not adjacent angles. You have learnt about vertically opposite angles and linear pair. We will use our knowledge here. Find the values of the angles x, y and z in each of the following. In question 12, we have to find out the measurement of the angles. Here we have 55-degree angle. Now, angle x equals to 55 degree. This angle will be of 55 degree. How? Because it's a vertically opposite angle. Angle x is vertically opposite angle of 55 degree. Now, angle y plus angle x equals to 180 degree. How? Angle y and x, they have one common arm in between and opposite rays. Other arm is opposite ray of another angle. So, it's a linear pair. We know the measurement of angle x, 55 degree. Angle y plus 55 degree equals to 180 degree. Now transfer 55 from LHS to RHS. So angle y equals to 180 degree minus 55 degree. So angle y will be 125 degree. Now we got the measurement of angle x and y. What will be the measurement of angle x? Very easy. It's a vertically opposite angle of angle y. So angle y equals to angle z equals to 125 degree. So angle z equals to 125 degree. In this way we can find out the measurement of the angles. If you get measurement of this angle x, because it's a vertically opposite angle of 55 degree, you can use another method also. These are linear pair, x and z. You can do calculation of linear pair also here. So angle x equals to 55 degree, angle y equals to 125 degree and angle z equals to 125 degree. You get confused when you see the figure. How to find out the angles? It's very difficult. No, it's not difficult. Use your knowledge about linear pair and vertically opposite angles. Easily you will be able to find out the measurement of the angles. In this way you can solve second one. Question 13 is fill in the blanks, which you have to do by yourself. And question 14, in the adjoining figure, name the following pairs of angle. You have to name the pairs of angle. Try doing that.